Hello everyone! So this book goes along with research question number 3, which is in Spanish. But I'm going to read this book with you so you can also learn about it in English as well. So this book called Let's Classify Animals helps us understand all the different categories that we can sort animals into. There's reptiles, birds, mammals, fish, invertebrates. There's lots of different ways we can sort them. Amphibians too. So this book is going to give us some more information about each different category. Let's get reading. So this book is called Let's Classify by Kelly Hicks. Table of contents. Sorting species begins on page 4. Classifying animals begins on page 7. Show what you know on page 22, the glossary on page 23, and page 24 is the index. Sorting species. Did you know there are millions of different kinds of animals or species living on Earth? Scientists study these species and classify or sort them into groups. All over the world, scientists search the land and sea in order to discover new species. To classify different species into groups, scientists study what makes species similar, so what's kind of the same about them, and what makes them different. Let's take a closer look. Classifying animals is the title. All the animals that have hair or fur on their bodies are in the same group. They are warm-blooded animals and give live birth to their young. The babies drink milk from their mothers. How do we classify these critters? They are mammals. Elephants, polar bears, and goats are all mammals. People are mammals too. We have a little checklist here. Mammals are warm-blooded. They give birth to live young so they don't lay eggs. And babies drink milk from their mother. They also all have hair or fur. Focus. There we go. Here's another category. Here's another category. There is another group of warm-blooded animals. The critters in this group have feathers and wings instead of hair or fur. Their babies hatch from eggs. How do we classify these critters? They are birds. Hummingbirds, cardinals, penguins are all birds. They live in different parts of the world, but they belong to the same group. So here's the checklist for birds. Let me come over here. There we go. They are warm-blooded. Babies hatch from eggs. They have feathers and wings. So all birds have all of these things. Some critters have scales instead of fur or feathers. They are cold-blooded animals and have dry skin. Most lay eggs. How do we classify these critters? And here's an example. They are reptiles. Crocodiles, chameleons, and snakes are reptiles. Here's the reptile checklist. Cold-blooded, babies hatch from eggs, and they have scales. Some animals live both on land and in the water. They are cold-blooded, like reptiles, but have moist skin, so it's a little bit wet, instead of dry skin. They lay eggs, and some have webbed feet. How do we classify these critters? They are amphibians. Frogs, toads, and salamanders are all amphibians. Here's the amphibian checklist. Cold-blooded, babies hatched from eggs, live on land and water. They all start in the water, and then when they grow older, they can live on the land. And this is the last one we'll do. Not all animals breathe above the water. Some breathe underwater with gills. They have scales and fins. They are cold-blooded, and some lay eggs. How do we classify these critters? They are fish. Did you know that sharks are fish? They belong in the same group with trout, salmon, and guppies, like you can have in your fish tank at home. Fish are cold-blooded, have scales and fins, breathe underwater with gills. So we're gonna stop there because we don't need to keep going into the invertebrates and like the bugs and insects. So now I want you to think about your animal, elephants. What would an elephant be? Are they a mammal? Are they a reptile? Are they birds, amphibians, or fish? So that is what your writing is about this week. What category do elephants fall into? If you have any questions, please let me know.